Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome to Neongarten, which is a minimalist cyberpunk city builder game. And because we're in a cyberpunky kind of a world, we have to build vertically. We are building a big tower, a great big neon tower full of cyberpunky things, like dingy bars and dubious factories and neural net thingamajigs, you know the type. So yes, we have to stack everything up on top of each other and make sure that we're putting the right things in the right places to make the most of any adjacency bonuses and other benefits each building has. Now this is the demo of the game, it's on Steam right now as I record this, and as always there is a link to their Steam store page in the video description where you can go and check the game out a bit more and have a go at the demo if it takes your fancy. But anyway, here we go, time to dive right in and build a great big neon cyberpunk tower. 9th of October 2077. The Yamaha Piano Research Facility falls into a portal of unknown origin. The portal disappears soon after. No buildings or survivors were found. The Corporate Council investigation found that the company was developing dangerous wormhole technology without a license. Yamaha forfeits all rights to the now empty plot. Hang on, so a piano research facility was developing dangerous wormhole technology. How can you use wormholes, dangerous or safe or whatever else? How can you use a wormhole in a piano? I'm not entirely sure how that would happen, but okay, so no wormhole power pianos are going to be appearing on the market anytime soon. Okie doke. And then 12th of October 2077, your redevelopment bid has been accepted. Hurrah! You have 8 weeks in order to fulfill your contract. You must make enough money to meet your weekly tax bill, otherwise your company and body will be liquidated. My body? Sorry, what was that? My company liquidated? Yeah, that's fine. That's like a business thing. My body liquidated? As in literally, I'm going to be turned into some sort of goo. Okay, right, so there's a bit of an incentive to get this right then, because I don't really want to be turned into liquid. That sounds unpleasant. And then 13th of October 2077, work begins. Okay, loading screen tip. When a building says it affects its neighbours, that includes buildings on a higher or lower layer. Okay, right, so click to begin. Now I'm hoping the game is going to help us out a little tiny bit here, but it looks like we get to put down our very first thing. So we have a bar, a small park, or a coffee shop. Okay, fine, be like that game. Give us coffee shops and not tea houses. Okay, so let's have a look at each one. So they appear to have a sort of a classification of whether it's common or rare or whatever. So 3 common sort of buildings there. And then we've got lights. Okay, so that is lit and that is lit. That one is not. So there's no lights in the park. That's a commercial building. That's a commercial building because, of course, they're selling stuff. And that is a park. They're all one by one. The income from the bar is one of those. I assume that's some sort of cyberpunky, futuristic, credity currency thing. We don't get anything from the park. No money from the park, of course. And we get one little tiny bit of income from the coffee shop there. Okay, and then we get to see their bonuses. So, okay, the bar is a commercial building, adds +1 income per neighbouring basic apartment. Okay, so if we have a bar and we surround it with basic apartments, then we're going to get a little bit more money. The park adds +1 to the income of the neighbouring residents. Okay, so hang on, so a basic apartment is different to a residence? Possibly. And then the coffee shop, for each 3 neighbouring residential buildings, this building's income doubles. Okay, and as we saw on the sort of previous screen, neighbouring buildings include sort of neighbours on this level, but also above and below as well. So we could potentially get 6 neighbours around a coffee shop, as long as they're residential buildings. And then it would double it and then double it again. So that could make quite a bit of money, but I think, I mean, the bar makes money. The bar makes money. I can see a thing down here. It's kind of blocked right now. It says taxes due 36. I'm not quite sure when we have to pay the taxes. Okay, do you know what? Let's grab a bar. Let's begin with a cyberpunky dive bar, shall we? We shall have one of those, please. I don't know what effect priority low means, but do you know what? We will build one of those. Okay, and now we fit it into the grid. Okay, so +1 income per neighbouring basic apartment. Okay, so can we kind of rotate round? Can we go up and down? No, we can't. Oh, but look! We can see the cyberpunky world around us. It's all sort of, you know, dark and dingy and kind of greyed out, but there are flying cars going past over there, which is quite fun. Okay, So what do we have down here? No money. Layer 0, the hive. Okay, so each kind of layer or level or floor or whatever has got its own name. Sunday day 1, tax deadline 8 nights. You have to pay 36 money in 8 nights. Or it's going to be game over. We're going to be turned into liquid goo. Okay, right, I don't want that to happen. So we want to make sure that we can put many basic apartments around the bar. So the bar kind of needs to go in the middle somewhere. So, I mean, sort of there-ish. Do we just sort of put it there? Can we rotate things? Not like that. We can't. Oh, okay. The mouse, the sort of mouse wheel moves up and down. What if we right click? Right click doesn't kind of rotate either. Maybe we can't rotate. Maybe we can't rotate. Oh, hang on. Pressing the middle mouse button is rotate. Okie dokie. Right, there we go. So we can rotate things and we can move things up and down a bit. Wonderful. So yeah, so let's put our bar just there then. So pop that in. Okie doke. So the bar goes in. Night falls. Is that good? Night falls. Okay. We made one tiny bit of money from our bar there. Okay, so yeah, 1 credit or whatever it is. Okay, the sun rises. So in 7 days, we've got to make quite a lot of money in 7 days. We've got to make a lot of money from not very many buildings. Do we get to pick more buildings? I don't see how we're going to get 36. Okay, so a bar, a park, and a plaza. A pavement park that draws bustling crowds adds +1 to the income of each neighbouring commercial building. Aha! So we could potentially put the plaza next to the bar, and that would make it generate a bit more money, and then we've still got space around the bar to add basic apartments. Okay, let's get a plaza then. We shall take a plaza, and we'll put the plaza there. Let's pop the plaza right there. So that goes in. And night falls. Do we have to press night falls? Yeah. Okay, but now we get 2 because the nearby plaza is boosting that thing. Okay. Yeah, the sun rises. So we've got 3 money, and in 6 nights we need to make 36. I don't see how this is going to work, game, unless you're going to give us some other things. But okay, so a small park, that's to do with residences. That's to do with commercial buildings. And that is, yes, again, helping out with residential neighbouring buildings. What does freeze do? Oh no, hang on. I want to unfreeze it. Okay, right. I mean, it pains me to do so. It pains me, but I think we go for this. Let's go for a coffee shop. We're going to say it serves other stuff as well. It's going to serve some delicious tea and cakes and, you know, nice pastries and things. But yeah, okay, fine. So we'll go for that. And for each 3 neighbouring residential buildings, the building's income doubles. Okay, so if we get one of these, if we put that just, hang on, if we rotate it round so it's facing the same sort of a way, like that, then yeah, if we put residential buildings here, here and here next to the bar to get, yeah, basic apartments next to those, if we ever get those coming up, then we put that there. Those basic apartments will also be next to the coffee shop, which could possibly help boost the income. Possibly, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I'm kind of just, I'm flying by the seat of my pants at this point. But there you go, my futuristic cyber pants. But yeah, we'll muddle through. So night falls, we get 3 monies. Oh, we are rolling in it now. Look at that. We've got 6 monies. And in 5 nights, we need to pay quite a lot. Here we go. Basic apartment, that's what we need. A humble residential apartment. Okay, we shall have one of those. And if we put that there, I'm not entirely sure where the front is, but pop that there, it's next to the bar, which, there you go. I was going to say, do we know what the bar does, but it tells us on the right there. So yeah, the bar is going to get more income from this, which is handy. And then because it's next to the coffee shop, if we get another couple of extra of these apartment buildings, they're residential buildings, so the building's income will double. Yeah, okay, this is good. So pop that in like that. That's going to be quite helpful. So now, I was going to say we're kind of rolling in it. We're not. We're not rolling in it. We have 11 monies and 4 nights to more than triple our income, but another basic apartment. Okay, take that, put that there. So now the bar is going to be making quite a bit of money. So it's going to make 4 income. And if we get another basic apartment, the coffee shop / tea room, cyber tea room, will also make a bit more money. So now we're making 7. Okay, but tax deadline, 3 nights. We have 3 nights to not get liquified. Okay, brilliant. The small park could potentially add +1 to the income of each neighbouring residence. Okay, can we view the city for a second? So they do generate income. So if we say put 1, if we put 1, try to figure where we'd have another one of those. So if we put a park here, and then another residential building apartment thing here, the park would be next to both of those, and they would generate a bit more money. So maybe that's what we should do. Go for a park. But that doesn't generate any money right now. That just helps neighbouring residences. Another bar might be okay. Another bar just here. And then it could be next to two of the apartments. Is that a good idea? Or put a bar just here, maybe. And then it's next to that and another apartment. Okay. Maybe that's the best option. Or do we go for the park? Yeah, but that generates money. The bar does generate money. Do you know what? We're going to go for that. We're going to go for that. We're going to put that here. And it's going to face out that way. And look, it's got like a great big kind of, it's got bar written on it and a big neon sign, and it's kind of flickering on and off, and it's in neon. I like it. That's very stylish. So pop that there, and that should make a decent amount of money too. So night falls. Yeah, there we go. That's making 3. That bar is making 4. So we made 10 money. Okay, we're on 28. We might possibly just about avoid being turned into goo, which is always a good thing. Okay, take the basic apartment, I think. Take the basic apartment, and we can put that there, and then that bar is surrounded, which means that bar will make quite a bit of money. And then if we can get another residential building and put it over here, the coffee shop will be surrounded, and that will also make a bit more cash. But let's put that there for now. Okay, so night falls. I think, yeah, we made 12 money. So we're going to be okay. We can pay our tax. We're not going to get liquified, yeah, which I would say is quite a good thing. Hooray for not being liquified. That's going to boost commercial buildings. That's going to boost residences. Okay, so let's go for a small park. And if we put the small park here, those 2 residences are going to generate a bit more money, which is quite nice. So pop that in. Night falls. Okay, we made 14 money on that night. And look at all the neon lights coming on when it gets dark. That is wonderful. Okay, right. So we've paid our taxes. Tax deadline. Taxes due 36. Cash 54. Right. We get to choose a perk. Right, that is quite good. So cheap booze. Bars also gain income for neighbouring shanty apartments. Oh, 3 shanty apartments have appeared. Okay, that's not overly helpful. Slumlord, shanty apartments give neighbouring shanty apartments +1 income, or bribes, a few well-placed bribes gain you +5 re-rolls. Oh, can we re-roll the options we get? Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, I suspect we still have quite a few re-rolls left. Okay, so bars gain booze. Bars gain income for neighbouring shanty apartments. Or, yeah, do we go for Slumlord and just make sure the shanty apartments generate a bit of income? That might be okay. We're going to go for Slumlord. Okay, go to the next day. Down here. Hacks 1. Rerolls 4. What does hacks mean? I don't know what that means, but okay. Right, view the city. Where are the shanty things? So the shanty apartments have appeared here. They don't generate anything. And they're not next to each other. Well, of course they're not. They couldn't possibly appear next to each other. There's only 2. I thought it said 3 appeared. There's 1 there. There's not one on another level. Oh, hang on. No, there is. There's 1 here. Okay. Right. There's 1 just there. So that is potentially generating some income because it's got a neighbour. +1 from the small park. Okay. So that's generating income from that, is it? Is that one or is it that one? That's generating income. And that's a basic apartment. hang on, the shanty's on top of it. Oh, bother. Okay, so none of our shanty apartments are adjacent to each other. So our slumlord ability is completely and utterly useless. Okay, wonderful. Right, small park, coffee shop or bar. I mean, when do we get some different options? We've kind of seen these. How about if we get another park? If we get another park and put it there, is that the coffee shop? Yes. That building should be generating a bit more money because it's got an extra neighbour. So that's quite good. Okay, so the coffee shop is being helped out by that shanty apartment. If we put a park here, they will generate some more money. So let's do that. So a small park, build that, pop that in like that, boop, and they're going to generate more money. Okay, right, night falls. Okay, and yeah, look, the first sort of tower bit has appeared. Oh, layer 1, fog kill. Okay, so we've now got a new name. Fog kill. Okay, right, that's... is that a nice name? I don't know. Oh, hang on. In 8 nights, we've got to pay 263 futuristic credits in tax, or we're going to be liquified. Oh dear. Right, okay, I hope you have a lovely jar to go into when we've been liquified. Can we go in a teapot, actually? That might be quite nice. Get us a really nice teapot. Can we go in that, please? That would be quite good, wouldn't it? Okay, right, so that is a little bit of an issue. But, okay, we've got, what have we got? 8 nights. If we're earning 14 per night right now, I don't know what 14 times 8 is. 14 times 10 is 140. So we're not quite on 140. We're on sort of 120-ish. So we're not even halfway there. Okay. Right. Oh, but more money has come in. Okay, the sun rises, 18, money comes our way. Right, 7 nights, we need to make quite a lot of money. Right, do we get another basic apartment and put it on there? Do we put it, this is now where we have to start thinking 3-dimensionally. And I suspect it's going to melt my brain slightly, but it's all fine. So if we put a basic apartment there, it's going to be next to the bar, which is just, oh, hang on, that's the coffee shop. It's going to be next to that, but that's the coffee shop, isn't it? What's that? That's a bar, isn't it? Just there. Yeah. So we could put it there, and then it's also next to that as well. I think that's what we do. Let's grab a basic apartment and put it just there. So boop, on it goes. I like how they kind of drop in with a bit of a sort of a clonk. They don't gently kind of, sort of drop in or slide in or whatever or materialise. They just kind of go thump. There you go. Right, a building has appeared. Sorry for wake you up, everybody. Okay, so night falls. That makes a bit of money. And also, the layer underneath makes money as well, which is good. Next, we can see how much those ones are making. Okay, and then we get 22 because the bar is now making some good money. Okay, right. So now that bar could do with making some money. Bar, coffee shop, plaza. Okay, so can we put a coffee shop in and have it next to 3 neighbouring residences? I don't think we can. Not right now. We could put one here and it could be neighbouring 2. So the one underneath it and the one next to it there. And then we could, in theory, get another residence and put it here. So that'd make the coffee shop make more and that bar would make more. Maybe that's what we should do. Okay, do you know what? We're going to go for that. Let's give that a go. We shall have a coffee shop. We'll put it facing that way. Nice. Okay, night falls. That makes a bit of money. Next layer. That makes 26. We have 5 nights to avoid being turned into goo. And we need to triple our money. Oh, basic manufacturing buildings unlocked. We've earned 100 money. We now have a train station. Okay, so do we get one of those to put down now? So common, it's got lights. I'm not quite sure what that does. I don't know what lights does, but okay, so a normal industrial building. It's 2 by 1 by 1. Okay, so it's a bit bigger than the other ones. Base income is 2. An industrial transportation hub. Gains +1 income for every neighbouring industrial building. Okay, so now are we going to see things like, factories and things appearing? I suspect we might do. Oh, there we go. Factory. What did I say? So there's some factories. Okay, so these are going to appear in the mix now. An industrial centre of production gains +1 income for each industrial building in the same vertical stack. Okay, so we want to make sure that the factories are piled up on top of each other. We want to have the factories in a great big vertical stack. Okay, base income of 2, and they're also a bit bigger. Oh, a toxic waste dump. Well, isn't that lovely? A radioactive park that glows a pleasant green colour. I'm sure it does. Adds +2 to the income of each neighbouring industrial building. Subtracts -1 from all neighbouring residential buildings. Do they not like the glow? Okay, right, so we now have some new buildings. And the first factories have come in, but also a basic apartment. And we did have a plan. If we put an apartment there, that coffee shop is going to be next to 3 residential buildings. So that might boost it a little bit. And also the bar will get boosted. So that could potentially make quite a bit of cash. And it's going to generate money anyway. Or do we go for the factory? Where would we put a factory? The factory would have to go here, I think. It'd have to go here or here. And then we could just build up and up and up. Do the factories affect... No, the factories don't affect neighbouring kind of residential buildings or anything. They're not that bothered. Oh, which one do we go for? Which one do we go for? Right now, the basic apartment I think is the better option. Let's go for that. We'll put that in. Let's put the door facing the coffee shop. I think it's gone that way. Right. Okay, so we're now making 9 money off of fog kill, 30 money off of the hive. So 39 money each time. Okay, so we're on... I don't know how much money we're on now, but okay. Right, train station. An industrial transportation hub. Gain +1 income for every neighbouring industrial building. Okay, so we want to really want a factory. Kind of want a factory, and then a train station, and then a factory on top, because then the train stations will neighbour 2 industrial buildings above and below. Could we? We've got 4 rerolls. I don't want to put down a toxic waste dump, and I think we have enough bars, so maybe could we just use a cheeky reroll there? Right, a factory. We shall take a factory, thank you very much. We'll have one of those, and we'll put that... Oh! Okay, it's a balloon factory. Okay. It's making many balloons. I think that's like a minimalist impression of smoke or whatever, or steam or fumes. But okay, I'm going to say it's a balloon factory. It's making balloons, and that's fun. I don't think they have a particular way round they need to go. So we're going to put that right there. We're not going to put that there because we can't put it there. So hang on, we have to go to the ground level. That's why. Okay. Okay, so rotate it round, put it in. Okay, we have a factory. We don't have many nights to actually sort out our tax issues, but that's fine. So 32 money from the bottom level. So we're on 146. We need more than 100 money. Coffee shop, plaza, toxic waste dump. We're going to re-roll and hopefully get a train station thingy. If not, we'll have to go with whatever's next. Let's give it a go. Nah, botherations. Okay, not so lucky that time. So where can we put this? If we get ourselves, hang on, what was it again? If we get another basic apartment, where could we put that? I mean, maybe here, look. If we put the basic apartment there, it's going to be on top of whatever that building is. Just, I can't see what it is. That's not a coffee shop. Okay, it'll be on top of a coffee shop. And then next to another coffee shop. So will that help boost things? Hang on, that coffee shop is ×2 from 5 residential neighbours. That could potentially make quite a lot of money if we put another residential building next to it. For every 3 neighbouring residential buildings, the building's income doubles. Okay, we will go for a basic apartment, please. And we're going to put it there. So boop, in it goes. Night falls. Okay, that coffee shop is making some good money. That's quite nice. 37 from there. Okay, we have 2 nights to make quite a lot of money. A factory. Now we haven't got the train station, which is a little bit of a shame. That would have been perfect to then put between the factories to get a bonus. But I am tempted to go for this. I'm tempted to go for a factory because it'll give +1 income for each industrial building in the same stack. So the factories will start generating 3 each. I think that's what we do. So let's get another factory and let's hope that this works. So there we go. Pop that in. Boom. Okay, we're now making many, many balloons, which is lovely. 183 monies. We need 263. Okay. Please say we're making loads of money. So 16 came from the top level, 41 from the bottom level. Okay. Are we just about okay? Hang on, view the city. What do we make? 41. We're on 224. So hang on, 224 plus 41. Oh no, maths with Penge. 24, 34, 44, 54, 64, 65. We're going to be potentially just about there. We're okay. We can celebrate not being turned into goo. Hooray! Okay. You know, small victories and everything. Small victories. Okay. So, toxic waste dump adds +2 to the income of each neighbouring industrial building, subtracts -1 from neighbouring residential buildings. So if we put a toxic waste dump there, that's not going to affect any residential buildings because there's none of them neighbouring. It can go on top of that park, that's fine. Yeah, building a toxic waste dump on top of a park, that's fine, isn't it? It's the future, it's the cyberpunk future, that's what they do, it's all good. So if we put that there, the factory will get a boost. It'll get +2 to the income of each neighbouring industrial building. Oh no, hang on. Oh no, yeah, the industrial building will be boosted. So the toxic waste dump doesn't actually do anything. But yeah, the factory will be boosted. Okay, I think we go for that. Let's give that a go and hope that it's not bringing things down. So I don't think it should be doing anything. So if we put that in like that, there we go. So that, there you go, that's now getting an extra +2. But I don't think these are being bothered. Oh, -1 from toxic waste dump. Ah, okay. Right. Neighbour means diagonals as well. Oh. Ah, bother. Okay, I suspect maybe that probably wasn't the best thing that we could have done. Okay, and we can't undo. Right. Okay, that probably wasn't the best course of action then. But do you know what? We've done it and we're going to have to deal with it now. So yes, okay, let's remember that neighbouring means also adjacent diagonally as well as directly adjacent. Now, is that being affected? Is that being affected as well? Okay, that's also being affected. So we are losing money from 3 residential buildings. Although that one might not be generating anything anyway. But we're losing money from 3 potentially to get 2 out of the factory. Okay, that was not a good deal. That was a terrible thing. Okay, that was rubbish. The toxic waste dump was a bad idea. But there we go. We live and learn. We've just made it through. Neon buildings unlocked. Okay, exciting shiny neon building. So, a nightclub. Okay, 1 by 1 by 1, base income 1, a commercial building. A nightclub doubles the income of each neighbouring bar and of each hacker shack. This bonus does not stack for bars. Oh, what's a hacker shack? They sound fun. Okay. A neon recapture facility. Okay, we're running out of neon. The neon's all kind of running out. We have to go and bring it back in so we can, top up the neon archives or whatever, the neon reservoirs. Okay, so a neon recapture facility, an industrial building that recycles ambient neon light. Oh, it really is recycling neon light. Oh, I thought neon was like a drug or something, like a cyberpunk drug, but no, it actually is recycling the light. Adds +1 to the income of all neighbouring lights buildings. Adds +3 to the income of neighbouring lit buildings. Oh, that's really good. So if you have a building that's well lit, which I think the nightclub was, that can make that really, really profitable. Oh, that's quite interesting. And a laser park. Because, of course, why wouldn't you have a laser park? A park, yeah, but a laser park. Come on, don't do it down. Adds +1 to the income of each lights building that shares a row, column, or vertical stack. Adds +2 instead if that building is lit. Okay, so all the neon buildings are about lighting. A lot of them are about lighting and such like. Okay, how many lasers is too many lasers? Asking for a friend. And can you have too many lasers? I don't know. It depends on where they're sort of pointing and whether they're hurting you. Okay, right. That's exciting as well. However, I noticed down here... Oh, okay, that's good. Right, we've paid our taxes. We have too many left, which is not very good. It could be a little bit more, but we made a bit of a boo-boo with the whole toxic waste dump thing. However, in 8 nights' time, we need to make 721 money. Now, if we were playing for 10 nights, we'd get 410, but we're not. So we're not even halfway there. So we need to make quite a lot of money. Okay, so bribes, we've seen that before. Basic builder perk. Your first choice of building is always the basic apartment or uncommon buildings. Uncommon buildings are 50% more likely to appear in the building selection screen. 3 shanty apartments have appeared. We will take uncommon buildings, thank you, because that could be quite handy. And a factory. We shall take a factory and we'll put it on top of the other one because they make some good money. So hopefully, yes, the factories can now start. There's a shanty building on top. Why is there a shanty building on top of our factory stack? Of all the places you could have built, that is not a good location. That's a terrible location. You're going to have a house filled with balloons. I mean, that might be fun, actually, but that is bothersome. Okay, I think it is still counting as being in the same stack. An industrial central production, yeah, gain +1 income for each industrial building in the same vertical stack. So I think because they're in that stack there, it is still fine. So, okay, we will go for that then. So pop a factory in. Also, the factory is next to the toxic waste dump thing. So that will make some money as well, I suppose. So maybe we could try and recover that. Okay, night falls. We get 6 from the arc exclusion zone. Okay, so the sort of, the second layer is the arc exclusion zone. 24 from fog kill and 52 from the hive. Okay, so we're making, 52 in total. Okay, right. Toxic waste dump, factory, or coffee shop. Okay, let's go for another factory. And then we can just try and make a lot of money from factories. Okay, can we go up again? Yes, there's no kind of upper limit, I don't think. We can just keep building up and up and up. We'll put that there, to try and get back on track with the whole factory thing. So potential income 5, but I think, that's still in the same stack, isn't it? So now what's this bit called? The stacks. Oh, that makes perfect sense. 12 from that one, 31 from fog kill, 60 now. Okay, not 60 from the high, but 60 in total. Okay, 6 nights left to make about 600 money. So we need to make about 100 money every night. That's not going to happen. However, laser park. Okay, can we please have a laser park? Not for it being helpful, just because it's a laser park and it sounds all exciting. +1 to the income of each lights building that shares a row, column, or vertical stack. Okay, so anything... Oh, crikey, this is going to be complicated. Anything that's lit. So, oh no, I can't get the information about them. I don't know if they're lit or not. I don't know how this works. I was hoping to click on the bars and the apartments and things and get their little kind of profile thing up. But I can't, so I don't know which ones are lit and which ones aren't. So, yes, there's different levels. So the parks, apart from that one, the toxic waste dump does glow on account of, the toxic waste. That does have lighting. I think the regular parks don't have any lighting. The bars have lights, as we can see, and I imagine the coffee shops do. And looking at it, I think the apartments also do have lights. And the factories have lights. Oh, hang on, now the things are coming up. Oh, it's because I was on the wrong floor. Okay, I've got to get used to that. So, hang on. Yeah, the factory has normal lighting. Common, normal. Hang on, I'm going to go down here. So, let's go and check out, a bar. The bars do have lights, but the basic apartments don't have any kind of lighting, I don't think. It just says, normal. I don't think they have lights. Okay, that is unfortunate. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what the best thing is to do here. I don't think the laser park is going to really fit anywhere. Lights that show a row, column, or vertical stack. So it's going to be so up or down, so a vertical stack and across and like that. So yeah, sort of, left and right and up and down or whatever, north, south, east, west, and also vertically. But I don't think we have anything that's going to work like that. Okay, that is a shame. No, we're not going to go for the laser park. We could re-roll. We could re-roll it. Do you know what? Let's go for a re-roll. Okay. Right. So again, we've got a park and a waste dump and a factory. Adds +1 to income of each neighbouring residence. Could we... Ooh. What if we put a park just there? Because as we've seen, neighbours in this game are like in anywhere, I think. So it's going to be on this row. So that's a neighbour, that's a neighbour, that's a neighbour. That is. And potentially, no, that's kind of it. But that's quite a lot of neighbours. Do you know what? We're going to have that. Let's put a small park just there, which then boosts that. I think it should do, potentially. Yeah, is that being boosted? Hang on, go to there. So, yeah, +1 from Plaza. That is getting +1 from the small park. Why isn't that getting +1 from the small park? Oh, that's the coffee shop. No, I'm not clicking on the coffee shop. The basic apartment. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so hopefully that's generated quite a nice amount of money. We get 5 from the top, and then up to 12, then to 34, then 68. Okay. Prepare the teapot. I suspect we might be liquified shortly. Basic apartment. What can we do with that? Could that go in there? A bar might be quite good in there. Hang on, have we got a bar? No, we haven't got a bar. Botherations. Hang on, can we go and find what a bar does again? So a bar, +1 income per neighbouring basic apartment. But do the shanty apartments count as basic apartments? Don't think they do. I don't think they count. Okay. The park is next to 2 of the basic apartments there, so that's not going to fly. We could put one here. We could put a basic apartment there, and then it's next to that park, but it's not next to the bar. No, not a basic apartment, a bar. We could put a bar there. That's what I'm thinking, so I lost train of thought. And it'd be next to 2 buildings there. Okay, this is quite complicated. It started off nice and easy, but now we've got kind of 3 dimensions to work with. It's become a little bit trickier to handle, hasn't it? And the plaza adds income to each neighbouring commercial building, but I don't think that's going to be quite as good. Do you know what? We are going to go for... We're going to re-roll. Let's hope we get a bar, and we have a bar. Ooh, the train station. Okay. Gain +1 income for every neighbouring industrial building. Okay, so we could potentially put that on the top. That would count as industrial buildings. We get a bonus from all of the factories because it's an industrial building, so they're all going to get +1 income. And the train station is then going to, boost every neighbouring industrial building. So we could put one on top of the other one. Let's go for that. Let's go for a train station. And we're going to go up again. And let's rotate it round. There we go. We can see what's going on. So we're going to put it on the very top. Whatever this is called. Layer 4 is Old Town, apparently. We're going to pop that in. And hope that generates a giant pile of money. Okay, 3. But then it's gone up to 9 from there. Then 17. Then 40. Then 75 in total. Okay, we're on 257. We've got 4 nights left to save ourselves from becoming futuristic liquid goo in a teapot. Okay, we're not doing toxic waste dumps because that didn't go very well before. Coffee shop. Each 3 neighbouring residential buildings. Okay, we could put one here because, as we've seen, neighbours are quite broad. So that does count. That is a residential building. The shanty apartments are residential. So we could put a coffee shop there. That might make quite a bit of money. That's what we're going to do. We're going to pop a coffee shop in. Let's put it facing that way. So that should make some good money. Yeah, times 3 money from 6 residential neighbours. And it's getting money from the plaza as well. So that's going to make some good cash. Okay, hopefully it can make enough cash to avoid us being turned into slime. Okay, right, yeah, up to 9, 17, 46, 81. Okay, not quite as much cash as I was hoping for, but 338. Okay, we are sort of getting there, but it's not overly working very well. Okay, right, what do we have next? Basic apartment, nightclub, toxic waste dump. It would be quite fun if we could get the nightclub in. So it doubles the income of each neighbouring bar and hacker shack, but we don't have any hacker shack. So neighbouring bars. Could we fit this in so it can go next to a bar? Is that possible? Where are the bars? Bars, reveal yourself. Botherations. The bars are on the ground level and they're all surrounded. So I don't think we can make any good use of that nightclub. That is a little bit of a shame. So we can't do much with that. That's just going to be a wasted thing. How about a basic apartment? Can we do something with a basic apartment? If we put it there, I don't think it's going to do very much at all. What's that getting? Not that factory. That coffee shop. No, what's that there? I want to see what that's doing. That coffee shop. Times 3 from 6 residential buildings. Okay, so another residential building isn't going to up that bonus anymore. That would be... Hang on, what does the bar do again? Remind me. Neighbouring basic apartment. Okay, so we could potentially put a basic apartment there, but then we're going to lose stuff from the basic apartment because it's next to a toxic waste dump. That toxic waste dump wasn't a good thing. That was a bad choice. Never go for toxic waste, as the old saying goes. Okay. Right. I don't know what to do. I'm a bit concerned I'm going to get liquified. We're going to re-roll. We are going to re-roll. It's the last one we have. So whatever we are left with, we're going to have to just go with. So, and we've got one hack, but I don't know how to do that. So, okay, I'm pressing re-roll. Plaza, factory, or bar. 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 Okay. So bars work with adjacent, adjacent residential buildings. So they are residential buildings. That's an apartment. That's an apartment. That's an apartment. If we put it there, but a floor above, like on top of that coffee shop, does it count as neighbouring? Does that count as neighbouring? I'm not entirely sure. I don't fully understand how that works. Okay, if it does work, we put a bar just there, because then it's going to be neighbouring to that, and that potentially, which would be quite good. That'll make a lot of money, but does that count as neighbouring? Is that how that works? I think it does. I think looking at that shanty apartment there, that shanty apartment is losing 1 money from a toxic waste dump, which is a floor above it, and a sort of a tile or square or whatever over. So I think that must affect everything around it as well. So anything that's adjacent to it on the same level, or down or above, I think is technically its neighbour. So if we put a bar there, that might be quite good. Do you know what? That's what we're going to go with. Let's hope this bar makes a lot of money. Please make a giant pile of cash. We're going to put that there. Potential income is 4. That doesn't seem very much, but we shall roll with it. Thank you very much. Okay. Night falls. So 3 from the top, then up to 9, 21, 50, 85. Oh dear. Okay, we have 2 nights to make a ridiculous amount of money, and we can't re-roll anything. So now we're stuck with these options. Okay, hang on a minute. What do we have going on? So we're making 85 money. So what's that? 170 in total. So we can get up to about, 600-ish? So we need to do something in the next 2 nights to cause a cataclysmic shift in the money we're getting. I don't think we've been helped by the first perk we picked, because I don't think we have that many neighbouring shanty apartments. Maybe in hindsight, the re-roll option might have been quite handy. A little bit of bribery might have been quite useful, but never mind. So what have we got? Plaza, apartment, or the waste dump, which is awful. Okay, plaza or apartment. I don't really see any of these, doing anything great. I suspect maybe we are going to be liquified. Okay. So a park is, +1 to the income of neighbouring commercial buildings. Neighbouring. Okay. So if we put it there, it would be neighbouring that bar, neighbouring that coffee shop on the floor down, and neighbouring that coffee shop there as well, I think. So that might generate quite a bit of money. I mean, not enough to save us from being turned into goo, but I think it might be our best option. The basic apartment, I don't think is going to do that much. We could put it here, and it might help with that bar, but I think boosting those 3 buildings there is going to be the best option. Do you know what? We'll do that. Let's put that in like that. Okay, so now that's going to affect those 3 commercial buildings there. Okay, here we go. Right, night falls. I mean, we need to enjoy each and every day and night, I think, because very soon we're going to be residing in a teapot, like a really weird, really British, very runny genie of the lamp. But, you know, sort of in a teapot and not able to grant wishes. A rubbish genie. Okay, we are on 515. We need to make 721. We need to make over 200 monies when our nightly income is 92. I suspect maybe this is going to be game up. But, okay, no, it's fine. We can have a look. So we have a small park, a factory, and a neon recapture facility. I don't think the neon recapture facility is going to be overly helpful because there's not that many things with lighting. That thing does have lighting, and that coffee shop has lighting. So what would that do? That would add +1 to the income of neighbouring lights buildings. So we get +1 to the income of that building and that building. And that would be kind of it. Or if you put it there, oh no, hang on, there's a park there. Okay, so that would be not very effective. +1 to the income of neighbouring residences. Okay, if we put it here, it would affect 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So we get +4 money. Or just here would be 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. We could get +4 money from, I think, from the park. If I put it here, it would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, okay, so we can get +4 money per turn from the park. Not enough for the whole goo thing. Or the factory. The factory would go on the top of the train station onto Layer 5 Cedar Hill. And it's ambitious giving it a name, given that it's just a factory, just a lovely balloon factory. But that would generate... Hang on. How much does that make? How much does that factory make? Total income 6. So the factories would make... That might be the best option, because that one, because they're all in a stack, that one would go up by 1 as well. So that would be +1. That'd be +1. So we get +2, +3, +4. Then what does it do? Then it's +2 itself. So +6 plus additional bonuses because it's in a stack. So +7 or whatever possibly. And then it's got the train station next to it as well, which is another bonus. So do you know what? We're going to go for the factory. We're going to put it on top of there, and we're going to hope that generates a vastly ludicrous, implausible amount of cyberpunk money. Because if it doesn't, we're going to live in a teapot. Okay, right, there we go. We've put it down. Night falls. Okay, so that makes 7 money. That's not that bad. That makes 4. Okay, that's okay. Then on to 7 for that. And that factory is making 9. That factory's making 9. We made 104. We made 104 monies. I don't think it's enough. And okay, is that going to be it? Okay, right. Yeah, there you go. Taxes due 721, cash 619. So, do you know, we weren't that far off. We were not that far away. I think we gave that a pretty good shot. I mean, yeah, that's quite high. 721 is quite high. I think if I could pinpoint a moment when things went a little bit wrong, it was the toxic waste dump. I don't think that had the effect that we wanted it to. I think maybe any other building other than that would have possibly been a little bit better. Maybe not enough to get us, what's that? 102, is that right? 102 monies? It might not have been enough to help with that, but maybe we could have been a little bit closer. I'm not entirely sure, but there we go. There we go. We gave it a good shot. And yeah, we got to day 25. That was okay. We built a little kind of mini tower, but there we go. Our game ends there. We've been liquefied. The business has been liquefied. It's all gone quite badly wrong. And now we live inside a teapot. And we're all kind of, runny and such like. But there we go. Game over. Final score 918. You won't find a new country. Won't find another shore. This city will always pursue you. You'll walk the same streets, grow old, in the same neighbourhoods, turn grey in these same houses. You'll always end up in this city. Don't hope for things elsewhere. There's no ship for you. There's no road. An excerpt from CP Cavify's The City. I can't say I know it, but it's all very, very profound indeed. I mean, it says, hey, you'll walk the same streets and grow old. I thought we'd been liquefied, so do you know what? Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe we don't live in a teapot as goo. Maybe we're just sort of stuck here, growing old and out of a job or whatever. But there we go. Game over. A final score of 918, which possibly is good. It possibly is awful. I have no idea, but that's what we got. So there we go. That was Neongarten, or the demo thereof. And I thought that was really interesting. That was a very interesting game. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I'm glad we took the time to look at it. I quite like how it plays out. I mean, okay, we didn't end in glory. I don't think we did overly well, but at least we gave it a good shot. I think we kind of muddled through it quite well, but yeah, I quite like how it plays. And you've got those kind of choices of what to do next, and you have to kind of go away with your options and try and think about it and work out what's going on. And early on, it's quite easy. You've got 1 or 2 levels possibly, and you can just put your buildings down, and it's relatively straightforward. But then when you start getting many levels and all the different types of new buildings with factories and nightclubs and neon recapturing thingamabobs, it does get a bit more complicated, and you do need to take a bit of time to try and work out what's going on and what the best option is and all that kind of stuff. And I do like the fact there is no timer. There's no timer, there's nothing kind of rushing you on. It's nice and laid back. You could take as long as you like building a thing in this game, which is quite good. And it's got some nice kind of, backgroundy music going on, sort of futuristic-y sounding, sort of cyberpunky music, which is all very good. I like how it looks as well. It is indeed a very minimalist kind of thing. It's sort of, you know what you're looking at. You can identify the different buildings and they're quite distinctive, but it is quite minimalist. But you know it's a cyberpunky kind of thing, which is quite good too. There's sort of neon everywhere and it looks very good. So yeah, I've had a lovely time. I've had a splendid time with Neongarten. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. If you did, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other bits and bobs and nonsense that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I'll see you next time. I've kind of built a very horrific kind of lounge. Wow. I mean, if that's not going to give you a headache, I don't know what will. It's the balcony of doom at the minute. We've now got ourselves the jungle room, the pink room, and the teapot tip-top suite. That actually makes my eyes go a bit funny. Should we have that one? Oh, that is completely perfect and dreadful.